Hi, my name is Cameron Boland. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. Have been a music educator for the past 15 years and have taught all grade levels, general music and choral from pre-K through 12. Thankfully, not all at the same time. My first position was 6th through 12th grade general music and choral. Then I moved pre-K through 3rd grade, and then 3rd through 6th, and finally 6th through 12th. Some of the upper school, high school students I actually taught from their 1st and 2nd grade years all the way up, which was fascinating to see developmental, mental, physical, social, some of the economic influences, and obviously how I could help empower them physiologically too, with the vocal changes. As a parent now of 2 young children, this class is inspirational for me to take, to learn how I as a parent can help influence better the early childhood development of their music. I also have now shifted into a position out of a full-time classroom into being the coordinator of the North Carolina Independent Schools music director and performing arts director there. So I've been doing a lot more work with them, as well as an adjunct at a local girls college, teaching a community girls choir there. I'm partnering with some music education majors, one of which is assigned as a student teacher in my class, and I have been excited to see perhaps how I can help empower her with further tools prior to going into her first education experience. This was something that resonated with the lectures already, of how do we better empower music educators. The TED Talk really, I thought, was interesting with the graphs, and with Scheinhurst's emphasis that not all preschool experiences can have lasting efforts if they're not high quality. So what does that mean for high quality in music education as we start our researches and reading for this course? How can I better dive in? And I look forward to our discussions. One of my favorite things about some of these courses has been the discussions back and forth and understanding better concepts through benefiting from others' insights. Audiation is a fairly new concept to me, and I'm excited to be able to delve further into that in the Gordon book. The introduction, I wanted to go back, and then actually did go back and read it a couple times just to be able to absorb further what he is saying about the babbling and the vocabulary acquisition from an early age, and being able to sing both the tonal and chanting of rhythm patterns. One of the things that stood out was that, as we all unfortunately know, music is often only once a week, sometimes twice a week. But if we're thinking about child education even before that, how much music is being done in preschool? And the newborns, right, from age 0 to 18 months, which is where my second child is right now, that can be one of the most influential periods of a child's life. That they are not listening to enough music being sung to them. And if we weren't going to expect them to learn language just by listening to recordings or CDs, how could we therefore do the same thing for music? Later he talks about how if a piano isn't in tune, what impact does that have on further tonality, being able to hear differences between scales and chords and patterns all the way through as they get older. One of the last things before we delve into discussions is the continuous free movement and spatial flowing as young children hear music, but yet parents sometimes stifle that by wanting them to walk. And that was something I hadn't thought of, that when you're wanting to walk, you have to have a lot more of the stability, and then therefore lose some of the spatial free movement, which I do think the excellent childhood music education classes can really dive into. As we circle back around to what is high quality music education, that's one of the things that I have noticed is matching movement to music a little bit better. Is one of the things that I've been impressed with, and I look forward to being able to discuss further with each of you. What do you think about some of these concepts, and taking this course together?